Welcome back, guys. It's kind of a strange thing. I'm over here and I'm looking at the video screen here, and this looks orange. And when I'm looking at it, when I look down, it is bright red Georgia color. So it's very, very strange why this camera shows uh, Georgia in orange when it's actually bright, bright red, and this is actually bright black. Very strange to me, but thought I'd bring that up. Got a new member here. Thanks for tuning in. JG Heckler again had a video come out yesterday. Actually, I did 3 videos in a row. I have so many. My dad calls them the can. I have so many videos in the can. I'm already actually out until January the 9th with videos. They're already scheduled and ready to go out. But I thought I'd give you guys some extra content, and some of them have been a little bit slow. And I'm thinking with the holiday seasons coming up, I was like, hey, let me put out a few extra videos just to keep things rolling here on the channel. So I hope you guys didn't mind getting 3 videos back to back. I just added one extra. So I added on one for Tuesday. Normally I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every week's again, every video comes out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But I threw in a Tuesday just for calls. Just thought I'd throw it in there and let you guys have some extra content if you're out there watching. But again, do have a new member here to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for becoming a member. I'll be throwing you guys more and more content for members only. So I'm excited about that. Did go out yesterday and get my finalization for the certification letter for leaving the country, leaving the Philippines. So I did get that done yesterday. I will do a video on that because a lot of people had questions yesterday when I met a lot of foreigners at the immigration office and they had questions regarding it. So I'm going to do a video about what the letter's all about. When do you need the letter to leave the Philippines and things like that. So that video will be coming out soon and giving you guys more detail. Also giving you guys a map on where to go here in Cebu City to get the certification letter, the certificate for exit, whatever you want to call it. But again, that video will be coming out in the near future. So you guys will be seeing that. Hopefully help you guys out. But again, thanks to all the members out there. I'm actually sitting at 63 members, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Because of the number, I'm going to try to start doing more and more members-only content for you guys, showing you guys what I think to be important information here in the Philippines. Us in the house. How's it going, my friend? Vidmon, good to see you. Good morning, Britt. On my 90-minute commute home from work in the U.S. Oh, that is a long commute. Now, it's kind of strange you're saying 90 minutes. I used to have a 2 hour, only 30 extra minutes, a 2 hour commute from Long Beach in New York, out in Long Island, all the way to Manhattan. And the only way to do it is actually by train. And I remember that you had to go by their schedule, not your own schedule. So I started work at 7, and the train left at 4:05 a.m. And the next one, I would have been 20 minutes late for work, so I couldn't take that train. So I had to take the 4:05 train in the morning. And wow, was it a long commute! Going there was not so bad. I had to switch trains, subways, a couple of times during the trip, but the train going there, the Long Island Railroad, I forgot what they call it, but I think it's what it's called. Um, Not a bad thing because when I got on the train at 4:05, I am the last stop, so I'm actually the first people getting on the train, so I actually have a seat. But sometimes you're standing, and when you're coming back on the train, a lot of times you're standing, and after working a long day at work, uh, 2 hours of standing to get home was pretty rough. So I remember those days, my friend. So thanks for tuning in, CRV. I appreciate it. Morning, Brenton champions. Yes. Good evening to some of you guys back in the West. Good morning to people here in the Philippines. Um, I'm gonna bring it up because I normally don't even bring up things like this, but I normally don't have a lot of trolls on my channel. I've got bashers, trolls, whatever you want to call them, but I had one last night, and I normally just say thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the feedback. Last night I didn't because it's kind of strange. Some comments that he was making, and he may be. I'm not sure if I ever met the guy. He says I met him before. I'm not sure I've ever even met this person. I've never met any. I've only met two guys here that have come here and had some real negative thoughts, and that's hard to be around, especially for me, being that I'm so positive about the Philippines. And I love my stay here, but I'm sure you guys can realize it's very hard to be around someone who's very negative if you're an upbeat kind of person. So I don't like to be around that. But the guy says he met me and all this kind of stuff, and he said he's lived here for X amount of years and got a Filipina wife. But he just seemed so unhappy in the way he came across on his comments. And so I actually did comment, and he also had a lot of facts that were not actually facts. I feel like he's made them up himself. Maybe I'm not sure if he's all there or not, but again, I did uh, partake in answering some of his some of his. I did answer some of his comments. He actually said that a vlogger actually left Cebu City because of me, and I can only think of one person who actually has left that's actually a vlogger here. It's certainly not Chad, because me and Chad talk on a weekly basis. Me and Chad Foster talk on a weekly basis. We're great friends. Actually, I would love to travel some more with him. I've actually traveled in the past with him, and we didn't have any issues when we traveled. But the one vlogger who actually left didn't leave because of me, guys. I'm not sure what he was talking about. He actually left because he actually met a young lady, and he actually went to live in her hometown. And so, very strange comments from him again, off the wall to me. But I did answer some of those. He talked about how Filipinas or Filipinos and or vloggers look at me. So I gave him a list of all the vloggers I've actually met in person. I haven't met a lot. I've only met, I said 6 or 7, but I probably met a few guys here again. But only met like for a couple of minutes. But the ones I mentioned on the list, I talk to on a regular basis still. I mean, like it's Wang. I haven't talked to John in a while, but it's Wang. I actually talked to her via text a few days ago, asked her if she wanted to get together and do some videos with me, and we're going to be doing that in the near future. But I did a recent video with Mike, so Mike would be a good person to reach out to if you have questions about how a vlogger would think about me. And then there's Chad, and there's John from California Expat. So there's guys out there that I've actually talked to and actually met, and feel free to reach out to them and get their personal opinion again instead of having make believe stories. But I thought I'd mention that this first thing this morning. Nothing wrong with a little bit of excitement and a little bit of drama on the channel. I I usually just go out there and say, when I get some negative, I don't get a lot of negativity though. But when I do get negativity, I just normally say, "Thanks for tuning in." Just letting them know that even if they don't like what they're saying or they don't like me or what have you, just thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate it. But again, thought I'd bring that up. Get some of the comments here. Kentucky Tom decided to retire to the Philippines, generate 2027 instead of waiting until I hit 62 in 2030. So that is 3 years early. That's a good thing. Do it as early as possible. If you don't have to wait till 2027, don't wait until 2027. Last kid graduates in May, then I have to prepare for the trip. Oh, I understand. So again, you have kids in school, so yes, that's a very good excuse. But there's not many excuses that I would have in life to make me postpone living my life. So again, I always like to bring that up. Leave and retire as early as possible. That is my motto here on this channel. I worked in New York City for a summer, and my mom had done it for years. We lived on Long Island and took the LIE, the Long Island Express, to exit 15 for Van Dam Street in Queens and took the train into the city. It's very strange. When I was actually living in Long Island at the beach, again, probably the best place I ever lived in New York. Again, I'm not a big fan of New York. I would never want to live there again. I was actually there because I had a very good job with the Teamsters Union, but um, I loved Long Beach. I love Long Beach. I mean, it was nice. I bought a bike there. It was nice getting around by bike. The only problem I had is, again, I worked in the city, so it was a 2-hour commute each way. So 4 hours of commute. Again, I was very dedicated employee. But the only reason we actually moved at the time, again, I was married at the time. The only reason we actually moved was because of the storm. Storm came in. I forgot which one it was. You want to look back about, wow, 20 years ago. So about 20 years ago, if you can look up and see what storm it was. It was a pretty bad storm, and we had flooding in our place. Again, about 3 or 4 feet of water. So that was the reason we had to actually leave, and ended up going to Forest Hills, Queens after that, and getting into a high rise. But again, love Forest Hill, Queens as well. I mean, I'm not saying I loved it. It was a lot better commute. It was like the second or third stop outside of Manhattan, so it was very, very easy commute for me, a lot faster. Probably only, counting walking and things like that, probably about a 20, 30-minute commute compared to the 2 hours before each way. But still standing coming back and still standing going there when you're commuting in New York, and I didn't like that too much. But yeah, New York's not a bad place. Again, I would not want to go live there again ever. I wouldn't mind going there to visit though, and maybe taking in a few shows and things like that. So much to see there, but not even that big on actually even visiting there. It wouldn't be my thing. So again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sharing with me, being mine. From Taylor, is 38 Park the best condo there for the price in IT Park, you think? I wanted to be close to Subgo Mercado. The only way you can actually get closer to Subgo Mercado than 38 Park would be to be the older Avita Towers. Avita Towers is actually right across the street, and it would save you money. Avita Towers are older, haven't been kept up as well as most people wanted. I've heard some complaints, but again, Avita Towers, I've heard a lot of great things about Avita Towers. But I have had people complain a little bit about Avita Towers, noise and maybe not cleanliness and things like that. But again, I've never stayed there. Actually, I've never even done a video at the old Avita Towers. I did Avita Towers Reala. I've never been to the old Avita Towers. I've been there to a unit. My friend George, when he came into town, he stayed there. I thought it was a great unit, very clean, nice lit up hallways. In that unit, I forgot what floor he was on. I think the 7th or the 10th or 11th. But he was actually right across the street from the Subgo Mercado. So if you're looking for that, Avita Towers could be the option for you for a lower price. 38 Park is new. I like that. It has a great pool to use. Good. Again, I've never used any of the gyms here, but again, it has a great gym. But 38 Park is new, and it's located right beside the mall, right down the street from the Subgo Mercado. It's one of my top choices if you have a nice budget. If you're coming here and you have a tighter budget, then right behind 38 Park is Stay City. And you're not saving a lot on a studio because you're looking at 25,000 pesos for a studio at Stay City, which is fixed. And then you're looking at between 30 and 40,000 pesos for a studio at 38 Park. Where it does come a big issue, though, is you're looking at one bedrooms, which I suggest for everyone out there, especially if you're coming here to date a Filipina and meet Filipinas, you need to have that door you can close to that bedroom for privacy. And if you're getting a one bedroom, pretty huge difference. We're talking about 30,000 at Stay City compared to 50 to 60,000 pesos at 38 Park. So a pretty big difference there, depending on your budget. If budget's not an issue, 38 Park is amazing, but Stay City is up and coming. And then only thing that people say about Stay City is you're walking what they call a questionable road, but I actually love that road. I love the little, the mom and pop stores going there. And again, it's not questionable to me, but some people that actually stay at Stay City, they mention they don't like that little road that goes to Stay City. I actually love that road. So again, stayed in 38 Park for 7 months. I've always been around the IT Park area and love the entire area. So no complaints. But Stay City will be a good one. 38 Park, Avita Towers Reala, Avita Towers, if you're wanting to be right next to the Subway Mercado and right beside the McDonald's, right beside the 7-Eleven. So again, all those are right there. Probably wouldn't have any issues with any of those units, to be honest with you. David Haas, Philippines is 220 volt power. So do I need a travel plug adapter for my phone and you do not. You'll be able to plug in all the places here. You'll be able to plug it in just fine. And only time I've ever had a problem, guys. I mean, people ask me, they're asking me about using the power. Your laptops, your phone, your toothbrush, your shaver, all those things work great. I've only had one issue, and I didn't even realize it was an issue at first, but it kept on smoking up and actually caught fire almost. Was I did use Amazon here a lot when I first moved here. I got things shipped from Amazon all the time because anything over $49.99 is free shipping here to the Philippines. So you guys will know that. But I did have some issues once when I actually bought a vacuum cleaner. Again, I wanted a vacuum cleaner for tile floors and for wood floors, and it started smoking right away as soon as I plugged it in, and I didn't even know the difference. So those are the kind of things I try to help people out when they move here. So I contacted Amazon. They replaced it. I plugged that one in. The same exact thing happened. So then I finally realized it when I talked to Amazon that it was a power difference. I tried the converters. The only converters that actually work, they're really big units, guys. I mean, so you guys know, we're talking about 2 foot by 1 foot high. These are very big units. And when you're in a studio or a one bedroom, you're not going to want that converter in there. Again, that's just my take. But again, you are more than happy to get it. I would not say bring it from the States. There's a place here. You have Lazada and you have Shopee. You can get converters. You can also go down to True Value in the mall. And True Value actually has them. They're pretty pricey. I forgot exactly what they were, starting out probably around $200 US. You can't use a regular plug. I've got plenty of the plugs here. But again, I just bought a brand new Jabil speaker and no problems with it either. So again, it was just the one thing, the vacuum cleaner. Again, just watch when you're looking at whatever you're going to plug in. Make sure you look at it beforehand. A travel plug needed for the phone, but possibly a step down converter for the toothbrush. And I've had several toothbrushes here and no issues whatsoever, and or shavers. I've had shavers here as well, so no issues with there. There is another vlogger just blocks from you that wants to meet. Hope you guys make it happen. Sounds good to me. I mean, again, I would love to meet up with him again. I think it was forgot Jack or Richie Rich. I forgot you told me, but yes, I would love to meet up with them in person. I know one of them. If you're talking about the same person, I think one of them is actually out of actually outside of Cebu City area, but would love to do a video call and touch base. Hello from Oregon. God bless. Today I turned 52. Are you telling me that you're in Oregon, you're 52, and you're retiring early over here to the Philippines? So I got something to be excited about. Come on, let me know some good news. Are you retiring early? I always tell you guys, get out as soon as possible. Start living life for yourself. You got one life to live. If I had to do a new goal for myself, I would look back and say I would want at least a third of my life to be retired, at least a third. So say you're going to live basically you're going to live 70-ish, say 80. I forgot what number I put in. I think it was like 80. But again, I retired and I am getting a third of my life. I feel bad for my brother because I don't think he's ever going to retire from the car business. I just don't. I don't think he's ever going to retire. He likes working too much. He enjoys doing, even on his days off. He's ever working on rental properties, watching YouTube on how to fix things instead of hiring a professional. But again, to each his own. But again, are you retiring? I'd love to know that. Again, you're in Oregon, and then God bless you as well. Today I turned 52. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. No, that's Marilyn Monroe, right? But no, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. When you live in IT Park, where's the fastest and cheapest place to renew your visa extensions? A lot of people are saying you need to pay the express fees now, and they've that is if you go now. Actually, I just visited that mall, and I don't trust it as much as I trust going to Lapu Lapu. So I would tell anyone who comes here. It's called the. Uh, hold on, I just got it. I just got it on my phone yesterday. I went and got my certificate to leave the country, and that is called, I think it's G Mall. I'll give you guys kind of an idea. That is G Mall. Save. Okay, I'm gonna save that one. G Mall of Cebu, White Gold Center. It's a newer mall. I would I mean, I didn't have any issues there. At all. The young ladies that worked there were very nice and professional to me. They do have a lot of windows. If it were me, I would go over to Lapu Lapu, take the bike ride, take the car ride, take the taxi ride over to Lapu Lapu. You're in and out in like 5-10 minutes. Whereas I can see there could be a longer wait at the G Mall. But again, I would say go to Lapu Lapu, and also I've heard some bad things about the G Mall. I didn't witness that. I was told that the letter would cost me 500 pesos, and I ended up paying 1,000 for it. I was just told that the price went up. That probably is the case. But again, I will go to Lapu. You can't go anywhere else for that certificate letter, so I couldn't have went to Lapu Lapu for that. That was my first visit to the G Mall location immigration. But again, I had no issues there. People were very, very nice. They have other things you can actually use. There's a notary right next door. I went and got a paper notarized for my trip to Thailand and just getting my things ready for Thailand. But again, I had no issues there. But I definitely would go to Lapu Lapu if I had to make a choice. I lived in Franklin Square and loved Freeport and Long Beach. Yes, I love the community over there. Just the bike riding, lots of pubs. Again, I was younger back then, so I was doing the pub life. But again, loved life over there. I mean, everything was about riding a bike and that beach atmosphere. I loved it over there. I hated that we actually had that bad storm. We had the flooding because again, I love that my little shack or my little condo town home over there. Really nice. Thank you, Ben Mine. From Contra, good morning, Brett. Or good evening back in the West. Thank you. Long Island is going downhill, though. And again, I haven't been back in over 20 years. What's going on with it? Again, that was an amazing place to me. Again, all the way to the end of Long Island. Last stop. There is no other stops on the Long Island train. I was the first stop, but I loved Long Island. I mean Long Beach. I loved it out there. You talking about Long Island as a whole, or you talking about Long Beach? Um, Again, I don't know what happened after the storm and things never got back to going well over there or not. I don't know. But I also lived in Merrick, which is right down the street from Long Beach. I lived in Merrick, Long Island. Um, but again, I'd like to know more about that. Well, Boontog Amigo, it was fun running into you at the mall. last week was getting my ACR card. Finally, yes. Good meeting you. Again, it's good to meet some champions out there. All is good here in the Philippines. I'm glad you were able to get your ACR card. Again, you'll never use it. It's even kind of strange. I wrote down my number and put it inside my passport book, but it's kind of strange that the only time you need an ACR card is when you're going to do an exit. And I didn't even take mine with me down there. They did ask me for it, but thank goodness I didn't have my ACR card on me because I don't keep it inside my wallet. I keep it back at home. But I had the number written down and had it on a piece of paper inside my passport holder. So again, that was at least I had that. But yes, nice meeting you. Social Security to receive a 2.8. So it's going up. I guess you're saying it's getting a bump up. I don't even keep up with that kind of stuff. Sorry to say. I guess I should at one of these points. Again, I don't get Social Security yet, so maybe here in a few more years I'll be worried about it. But again, I'm not even thinking about Social Security right now. I'm just thinking about living my life and enjoying the Philippines. Avoid Avita Towers. Again, I don't know anything about. I've heard some people say avoid Avita Towers, but I actually had my friend George stay there. We went there and did we did a meal there at his place. We actually did karaoke, and his place was a nice little 1 bedroom unit. So I didn't see any issues. So I guess to each his own. Depends on what you're looking for, I guess. But again, I think price is good there. Very close to the Subco Mercado, extremely close to the mall. But I would think from my standpoint, never lived in Avita Towers, that I would say I would choose 38 Park first. And then it would probably be a tie, depending on price, between Avita Towers and Stay City. My mortgage would double to cut my commute in half, so I'll just drive. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I mean, it'd be a nuisance to drive in New York City with all that traffic. I would have been late every day for work. Is there any good bars around the IT Park area to meet any single girls? What's the best places there? Um, there's there's two rooftop bars. Again, you have one at SEDA, SEDA, right there attached to the Ayala Central Block Mall. And there's also another one, I forgot the exact name of it, called Rooftop Bar. But then you also have other places to visit. You have Mango Square, where you have the social. You have what I always get them Uptown. I think it's called the Uptown or Underground. I think it's called the Uptown. I've been there about 5 or 6 times, but again, I don't go out that much anymore. But Uptown, a disco there, Mango Square. Then you also have, but Ayala, the best place to actually meet. If you're looking to date and meet someone, and you're wanting to meet, boots on the ground instead of through an app, Subway Mercado is a great choice. Just walking around the mall is a great choice. I would never say go to a bar to meet your Filipina. I'm sure it's happened. I haven't really discussed it a lot with all the people that I've met, but I would think that that would be the last place I'd want to meet a Filipina. I would think that most of the good Filipinas you're not going to find out at bars. The best ones out there from everybody I've talked to, and also from all the knowledge and things I have learned, you're wanting that good province girl with very firm beliefs in family and church and things of that nature. So again, not sure I'd want to choose a young lady you meet in the bar. If you met somebody in the bar, she may have gotten around the block a few times. The Avita Tower is an absolute nightmare in terms of elevators. Keep that in mind. Yeah, I've never had any problems at 38 Park. Have to wait once in a blue moon. But again, thanks for sharing that information again. It was a nightmare with the elevators. There are a lot of units in Avita Towers, a very large complex, but the location can't be beat. I mean, the location is probably even better than 38 Park and probably even better than Stay City because it's right beside Santiago Mercado and the closest spot to the actual mall. But yeah, I never lived there, so I don't like to talk about things I don't know about. Like the trolls and bashers out there that like to talk about things they don't know about. I don't like to talk about Avita Towers. I don't have anything negative to say or good to say. I've never done a video there. I've actually went there to meet my friend George, who stayed there for a few weeks, and I didn't see any issues with it whatsoever. Very clean unit, very nice unit. The furniture was nice. Everything looked fine to me. Fully stocked with the plates and dishes and things like that. And I didn't see any issues. So again, if I had to say from personal experience, I would stay there. Have you seen or know anything about Apple One Banana Heights? They seem to be within my budget. I don't know that one. Um, Let me see if I can pull it up on the phone here. I'll certainly look at any place. I like seeing properties because it gives everybody some options. But let me see if I can find that on the map here. So also it'll be my map so I can actually remember that. See how it comes in. It's X there, and that is going to be BANAWA. I have Banana Street, Bananwa Elementary School, Bananwa Public Market, Cozy Rooms. You talking about Cozy Rooms? I don't see anything. Apple One. Let me pull up Apple One and put that in. Apple One Bananwa. Oh, there we go. Let me see from the sky view. I am not sure. I have never been over there. That's a long way outside of Cebu City. I mean, it's about the same distance. It's actually probably further going there than it is going to SMC side. So you're talking about a good 30 to 40-minute ride to get there. For guys that are coming here, I really tell you to stick close to the mall when you first get here for less culture shock, and then venture out once you've been here for a little while. That's my take on that. You can find, I mean, Stay City is about the cheapest you're going to find. You're going to find a studio for 25,000, one bedroom coming in at 30,000. 25,000 pesos and 30,000 pesos for a one bedroom. Can't get cheaper than that, and it's a great area. You can also check out Avita Towers and find out if you can find some deals there. Go on the Facebook Marketplace and find deals. What are you trying to find? Now, I met someone here recently at one of the meetings. He wanted me to come show his unit. It is down by SM Mall, not SM City, not SMC side, but SM City Mall. And he's got a place. It's a studio for 17,000. So, what kind of budget are we talking about here? You may end up spending more in commute than your savings in the actual condo is what I'm trying to get at. Early Johnson. There must be three of you, Brett. Very busy man. I am going to BGC on December 8th for 3 days. Any words of wisdom? Have a good time. I loved it there. I mean, there's so much to see. I thoroughly enjoyed the SM Mall of Asia. That 3D park, I mean, even though I didn't get many views on the video, that 3D park was one of my favorite things there. I mean, I loved it. So if you guys didn't check out that the 3D video I did at the SM Mall of Asia, check it out. That was probably one of my best days there in BGC. And actually, it's kind of like the outskirts of BGC. It's not even actually in BGC. But SM Mall of Asia was a fantastic stop. I had a chance to get Chinese, real Chinese, for the first time since I've been here in the Philippines. And I love the 3D world that it's got like 9 or 10 or 12. I forgot how many rooms. I think it's like 9 to 12 rooms, and what an amazing adventure for the day. I was there for hours. I could, I mean, in some rooms I would spend an hour just in one room, thoroughly enjoying it. So again, trying to think some other things. I mean, Uptown. You want to take out Uptown? It's a great Uptown Mall is a great place to visit. The street there, I forgot what the name of the street. It'll come to me, but again, it's right there in Uptown. You can't miss it. It's one of the main streets there. But again, so much to take in, so much to see. Just enjoy yourself. 3 days. I was there for 8 days and didn't have near enough time to see all the things I wanted to see. So you may want to add to that. But if you only have 3 days, you only have 3 days. High Street. It's called High Street. Contra. What is helpful is an extra plug in USB hub. Yes, I actually bought these right here. You guys can see this. This actually has everything. You have the plugs here, and then on the front, you have 2 USBs and 2 C connectors. You can buy this on Lazada for 400 pesos. And again, worked fantastic for me. It also has surge protection. So again, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of these in my place. I have 4, not all towers like that's the only tower that I have, but I have 4 units like that here in the place. Jason Murphy, as far as the power, just check the power supply to be sure it says it can take 220. Most things can. Yes, I've only ran into the one issue, and that was the actual vacuum cleaner when I bought it from the Amazon. John Wright, John from Tampa. What's up? What's going on, my friend? Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. We're sitting here right at 60 viewers right now, so I want to thank each and every single one of you guys. While it's on my mind, shout out to my affiliates again, for people who actually look out for the channel. Michael Onstad, a great guy out there, guys. Michael Onstad's going to take care of you when it comes to your health insurance needs here in the Philippines. There is no reason to look anywhere else. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I've met him. Great guy. We've had video calls. I have my own insurance through him, and I'm very tight on my money, guys. I have my own insurance through him, and the savings is unbelievable in my opinion and in my eyes. He's a great guy. He'll certainly help you guys out when it comes to your health insurance needs. He's the only guy I would talk to here in the Philippines. Again, Michael Onstadt. Check him out. You can find him on Messenger. I guarantee he'll get back to you. He is unbelievable as far as being very quick to get back to you on Messenger. He has a great staff there. So again, Miles, thumbs up to her. But again, great staff, great person. You can't go wrong with Michael Wanstad when you're getting Pacific Cross Insurance. So again, check him out when you get over here, or check him out before you actually get here to the Philippines. By far, one of the best decisions you'll ever make is getting out with him for your health insurance needs. And then, of course, I've told you guys before, Christian Filipina. I would definitely use Christian Filipina if I was back in the West and I was actually getting ready to move here. That's the only app that I would actually use to meet a young Filipina here in the Philippines. So again, shout out to both of those. Great companies, great guys, great service, all of it. But thanks for tuning in, John. I appreciate it. Again, my last stop happened to be in Pensacola, Florida. And then I went to visit my brother in Albany, Georgia for about a month or so before I came here, and never been happier in my whole entire life. Only thing that made me happier now is my brother was here with me. Miss my brother, my best friend in the world. I miss him so much. I wish he was here. Look, on the adapter, it is required by law to post the electrical requirements. Exactly right. Contra. Elevators have a functional operational life of roughly 20 to 25 years. Some condos let them go and then they break down regularly. If maintenance is slow, it quickly becomes a big problem. I can understand that. Um, I can certainly understand that. I'm not sure how old these units are. Let's see how old Avita Towers is. Let me ask my chat GPT. How old are how old is Avita Towers in IT Park, Cebu? All right, here we go, guys. Still searching. I guess it would help if I actually said how old. I said Hill, HIW, searching for when Avita Towers. It's still looking it up, guys. Sorry about that. It was completed in 2013, so they're only 12 years old. So again, 12 years old, Avita Towers. Thanks so much, Contra, for that information. Always a great thing to learn more stuff. Knowledge is power. Jason Murphy, 007. Jason, is that you in the keys? Cletus finally made it. Cleet's in the house. I just talked about him. My best friend, best brother a person could ask for. I mean, can't say enough about him. That's the only thing that made me happier here is if him and my pops would come on over here. Actually, bring the whole family over here. Both sides of my family. Bring them all over here. That's the only way life would be a lot better. But again, I love it here. Would not change a thing except for having my family here. Wrong. My Oral-B Pro toothbrush is 110 volt only. I use a small step down converter for 220. Yeah, I've never saw those. Yeah, Mr. DIY is a great place to go over here. When you get over here and you're getting a new condo, Mr. DIY, you're gonna learn that name fast. Mr. DIY, you're gonna learn that name fast. Again, the only place to go for household needs. But thanks for that. I actually have an Oral-B and I plug it up every day. So I've never had, well, I don't plug it up. I use it, let the battery drain down, and then I redo it again. But I have no issues with my Oral-B over here. I'm not in the Keys. I was in Cebu in October, but Britt was in BGC. Yes, I was in BGC. Yes, loved it up there. See you next month. Yes. Thanks for tuning in. Looking forward to your. Are you coming to move? You coming to visit? Are you coming for an exploratory visit? Let me know what's going on with you. Hurley, just do not retire broke. The sooner the better. Stay healthy. Again, guys, leave America as soon as possible while your legs can still get you around. You're not going to like being retired, again, working all your whole entire life, and then you finally retire and you get 1 year before your legs give out on you. Again, I'm just trying to be honest. Retire as early as possible, 20s and 30s if possible. I know that's hard to do, but at least try to retire before you turn 50. Yeah, hi to Cletus Karaoke. Yes. You talk about my singing, you talk about Cletus' singing. I mean, Cletus a karaoke here. He's a karaoke machine. But yeah, I do like singing. And you put an e-bike in the room in 38 Park, was trying to see what you can get around on there. Um, you don't really need anything. You can walk around IT Park. I mean, walking, using Grab. You don't need an e-bike. You could. I think an e-bike would work better in BGC. Again, we don't have the best sidewalks in all the areas of IT Park for an e-bike. And they're not allowing the new law just passed. I saw a little thing on it. They're passing a new law where all these electric bikes, the 3-wheel ones, the 2-wheel ones, are not going to be allowed on the streets anymore. So again, that's one of the new laws being passed. Hey, what's going on? What's up, bro? Looking good, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Great advice on Visa Extension, Lapu Lapu. All yes, Lapu Lapu happens to be the best. And I've been to the now I can say I've been to the G Mall. I have been to the G Mall, but I would still go over and go to Lapu Lapu. I feel safe there. I'm not getting the runaround. They're not trying to scam me out of anything. I've heard some scams happening at other places. Again, Lapu Lapu, yes, very professional. They even refuse tips. Yes. Here got Cleats doing his hellos. Hey, Benmon, where's Philly M? Yeah, strange you say that. I don't know where Philly M is. Maybe he's busy today. Maybe he's traveling. Maybe he's working inside the church. I don't know. Taylor, if you live in 38 Park, do they send your mail and Amazon packages there? Yes. You pick them up. You pick them up actually in the basement. The basement. Actually, I'm not sure if they've changed that or not. You do have a box there. When I was actually living there, they weren't using the boxes yet. I still don't think they're using them because my friend Mark is living in my old unit. I don't think they're still using the boxes. You actually get all your mail and your packages down in the basement where you actually park if you have a car or a bike. Never had any issues. I got lots of stuff. In fact, that's my first condo. I got lots of stuff delivered from Amazon straight to 38 Park. Hi from Iowa. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in, my friend. Thank you. Vinmon to Cletus. Voice for Freedom. What is happening, champion? How the hell are you? Love the grocery store visit video. $50 is really good for a couple of racks of ribs and the meat and seafood. Yes. Again, I didn't just have that. I had some other products in there. I won't go into detail about. I also had detergent for washing clothes. I had a few drinks in there. Mushrooms. I had all kinds. Some snacks. All that for less than $50. I couldn't believe it. Again, back home, I had two and a half racks of ribs. I had 2 meals of fish, 1 meal of shrimp. I ain't talking like a few shrimp, I'm talking about 20 shrimp, a lot of shrimp, all for less than $50. So yes, very good deals over here in the Philippines. And I never got sick. So again, it's good stuff. Britt, enjoy you sharing your knowledge. I'm so tired of these overweight American women with Karen attitudes. That's why I'm here, my friend. That's part of the reason. Number one reason is cost of living. I was able to retire at an early age and come here and start living my life. And again, what an amazing feeling that is. Best decision I ever made, like I told you guys over and over again. Are there any mountain bikers in the group that get together or have places to ride there by chance? Yes, you can go up to top of Cebu, and there's plenty of places in that area to ride a mountain bike. I don't ride a mountain bike. I can't tell you for sure. I'm sure if you came to there's 50 something guys in these meetings, guys. I'm sure out of 50 guys, some of them ride bikes. In fact, I had one a long time ago. He didn't ride mountain bikes. He actually rode bikes. And he said, I even do the long touring bike trips. So again, he came over here. He's living here now. I saw your video about the grocery store in Lapu Lapu. Is that grocery store in Cebu? in Cebu City, or do you shop at different grocery stores in your area? In Lapu Lapu, that's the closest one. There's also um, an SM one as well. Again, you have SM Market, or I forgot, like Marketplace. We do have a Marketplace, but again, that one has very good deals, and it's actually the closest to my house. I can be there if I hop on my bike. I can be there in like 5 minutes. So again, it's very close to Tom Bully. That's the reason I go there. If I'm over in IT Park, I'm going to use Marketplace at the mall probably. So again, you park in the actual basement of the mall, do your shopping, and then Marketplace, grocery store. Thanks so much. You don't like 50-year-old women with purple hair, many tattoos, and nose rings who wants to say thank who wants you to thank her for the privilege of buying her dinner while she puts you under the yeah. That's exactly right. That's how it works. Equivalent of a job interview. That's exactly what it is. Back in the West, your job interviews. Do you have enough money? What kind of car do you drive? Where do you live? How many bedrooms do you have? What is the cheapest way to get to Lapu Lapu Immigration Office? What's the cheapest way to get there as fast? Someone said, "Oh, no, no, no. You take a bus for 50 pesos. I mean, you can take a bus. It probably take about maybe a little over an hour, right at an hour. But again, you can get taxis, 500 pesos. Again, you're talking about $9. I'm not sure about your budget, but I always did taxi. But again, I don't have to take taxi. I say I always took taxi. I've always had a bike here. I've always had a car here. So again, I've never had to get transportation because I always had my own transportation. You going back to Cebu or enjoying BGC? No, I've been back in. I was only in BGC for 8 days. That was weeks ago. I've been back here and been on another trip since I actually got back from BGC. So again, no, I haven't. I've already been down to Surigao City and Surigao Island since I've been back from BGC. But again, thanks for checking in. Again, I was only there for 8 days. And that was probably about a month ago. Actually, about a month ago, I was there. Contra, yeah, but what's your credit score? I got an 854 on the 900 scale, and I have an 816 on the 850 scale. So again, eight whatever it was, 850 864 on the 900 scale and 816 on the 850 scale. I'll be staying at Seda Hotel in January. Can I drink the water there? I take no chances unless it's going to be coming from the blue bottle, the big blue bottle. If it's not coming from that, I'm not really a fan on drinking it. They can say it's filtered all they want. I'm looking for mineral water. Blue jug. Ayala Mall Business Park area is the best place to meet ladies in town. Walking around Mandawi is the hidden secret. Beautiful ladies. IT Park is a very young crowd if you are over 50. Yes. Thanks for the input there. No problems with dating, guys. And no, that always comes up. You're gonna have no issues with dating. I will arrive in Manila on December the 26th. I will actually be in Thailand. I'll actually have already been there for 11 days already, leaving for Thailand on the 15th, coming back on the 12th of January. So again, almost 28, 29 days. I am staying at Midpoint Residences next month. I don't know that place. I can't tell you much about that because I haven't been there, but I'm always up to seeing new places. This thing's always messing up when I'm trying to click down. My dating in the Philippines was simple. I visited online with my wife for 18 months. Then I visited her for 5 to 6 weeks twice in the next year. Then we decided to marry. No drama at all. That's how life works over here. Happy life. No more comments, guys. Wow. I guess I can call it a day. If nobody wants to talk to me today, I can call it a day early. Again, I did want to go by the pool today. I'm not sure if I am or not, but I may be going over to the pool today, depending on some other circumstances. I skipped a lot. Oh, I did. Sorry, guys. This thing has messed me up again. Wow, I missed a lot of messages. Sorry about that, guys. Wow, I missed a lot. Oh, I am so sorry, guys. I missed a lot of messages. Let's go back here again. CRV and and they demand that you have the right kind of car and house and mall along with a big retirement account. Yes, exactly right. That's the Western women for you. Same in Manila with the Mall of Asia. Stay close to the mall when you travel to the Philippines the first time. I've never had any issues whatsoever here in the Philippines. Again, I've never had any issues anywhere here in the Philippines. I would feel safe anywhere here. The cheapest, fastest way to get to Lapu-Lapu is by scooter. It is always the most dangerous way. Otherwise, a bus is cheap. The only other option is taxi. Check Grab. Yes. Again, those are great options to get around here. Contra, I am quite familiar, and this is the very reason I've checked out of the dating scene here. Britt has a girlfriend. Saw you guys in Save More. Good catch, Britt. Again, I just don't talk about my personal life on here. There's been too many guys have made bad decisions by doing so. I keep my personal life to myself. I'm already open, and my books are always open. But for everything else, though, you guys get to see me twice a week. Again, you also get to see me, on my videos. You get plenty of me. You wouldn't need any more. CRV, yes, I can do without the women who offer nothing but demand perfection. Exactly right. Hi, Britt. How do I access to the private services you provide? Email. You can email me at J as in John, B as in boy, M as in Mary, C as in cat, H as in Henry, A as in Apple, R as in Roger, I as in ice, S as in Sam, O as in octopus, N as in Nancy at yahoo.com. Again, JBMCHARRISON at yahoo.com. Or you can touch base with me on Messenger. Again, my name is Britt, Britt. Last name is McAllister, McAllister. You guys are always welcome. You guys are always welcome. The vast majority of American women cannot begin to compete with the average Filipina. Exactly. I know for a fact. I live in Cedar Falls, Iowa. I have a great coffee club with 8 regulars aged 67 to 86. When I move back to Cebu City, I'll be looking Just something like that. You can, oh, there's more coffee shops here than there are back in the West. I can promise you that. There's a lot of coffee shops here. So you won't have any issues finding a new coffee shop every day if you needed that to happen. Thank you guys so much. I always forget to say that. So again, if you hadn't hit the thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up for me. It is free; it doesn't cost you a thing. Give me a comment. And the big thing, guys, when you're watching my videos out there, please, if you like my channel and you want me to keep going strong and you want me to, just keep making videos, hit that thumbs up. Give me a comment. Let me know I'm doing a good job. I truly would appreciate it. I do a lot of work goes into a lot of work. I call my brother, it's not a work. I call it a hobby, but a lot of work does go into the YouTube channel. A lot of time and effort. But again, I thoroughly enjoy it though. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes Britt with a baby carriage. Only 16 thumbs up. Let's get that higher. Yes, thank you so much for looking out. I appreciate it. Well, I missed a lot of comments. I don't know how that happened. Yes, Cebu Business Park is a dating paradise. I set up many dates at the Ayala Mall there. Can set up 3 or more each day if you want. Yes, there's no issues, guys, here with dating. You will have no worries about having a dating life here. It'll happen. That's a promise. You must be a stud. Sizzy Kelly, the hot mama, just put out a video titled "Are Older Men 45 to 60 More Attractive to Young Filipinas?" I'll have to check that out. No, I'm a pregnant looking man. It's okay having a few extra pounds. It's all right. I'm hitting Jollibees as we speak. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, yeah. I love this guy. And I love having these weekly meetups. Contra. Filipinas bust their asses to get across town to meet Americans at the mall. They do. There are. I mean, back when I've dated guys. I've had dates here, and believe me, 45 minutes, 2 hour commutes by bus, and swapping buses out just to meet a foreigner. So believe me, they bust their ass. That would never happen back in the states. They don't they don't give any effort. Only effort they do is to eating the free meal they're getting. I went to a school. I went to a school at NATTC, Naval Air Technical Training Center, Pensacola. Getting to see the Blue Angels for free every day was cool. One day I'll be there. Kids first. I understand. Again, I did like Pensacola to live. The only problem is it was very hard, very cliquish, very hard to meet new friends. Not the same issue over here. Contra, hopefully I'll see the same success at Cebu Business Park starting in January or February. Lights always on for you, my friend. Can't wait for you to get here. Again, that's very, very true. You will. Over 100 likes on Tinder in just first day. Yeah, I forgot how many I got. It was like 238 comments the first day I was on one of them dating apps back in the day. Roger Bell coming into July for 3 weeks to Cebu. Is it possible to get a condo for a 1 month rental? And where would you recommend? Stay City. That's about the only one you're going to find. Stay City is the only place you're going to find month to month. And there's also Calex. That's Stay City, STAYCITY. And you have Calex, CALYX. John, we talked earlier today. I come January the 12th and leave the 31st. You and I have talked on Instagram a few times. I'm retired military and still working, but trying to work towards coming there permanently. Best decision it could be. I'm not going to say necessarily it is my best decision I ever made in my life. Could be the best decision you ever make in your life. I will tell you that much. Could be the best decision you ever make. Get a little sip here, guys. My divorce is sucking the life out of me, but it's a channel like yours, Britt, and the group that are helping me power through it. Right on, my brother. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. I am here to help. I hope I'm helping you guys out with your decision making. Again, I think it'd be the best decision you ever would make and could make. And I can't say enough about it. I love the Philippines. I say it in every video. I love the Philippines. It's a true statement. Traffic laws tend not to be enforced in Cebu City. Yeah, I've been pulled over once for helmet and one for counterflow. So I've only been pulled over twice here in since I've been here in 2 years. Did you get your motorcycle license before you got there? Yes. You definitely want to get your motorcycle license endorsement on your license before you come here to the Philippines. If not, you're going to be paying for a fixer. So, it'll save you a lot of time and effort if you go ahead and have that on your license. So, yes, definitely get that before you actually move here or visit here. And did you smoke those mushrooms, Brett, or just eat them? Just eat them. Thanks for the comment. Thank you so much for the super. Put this on my tab for a down payment on your relocation service. All right, I'll put it for down payment. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But my service is not very much. Most of what I get from you guys or will be getting from you guys is for gas. I'm picking you up in my car. I will spend more than $200 in fuel doing all the services. You guys, you can ask my previous customers, my previous clients, or my previous champs. How to how do you make returns from Amazon? They're free. They don't charge you anything. Some of them actually, such a hassle. They'll say just keep it, and just keep it and not return it, and just keep the product, and you get your refund. It depends on what it is and how expensive it was. But no issues whatsoever with Amazon. It worked the same for me here as it did back in the West. Hello, John from Michigan. If you had to do it over, would Cebu or BGC be your first choice? Cebu City. Easy answer on that one. Cebu City. I wrote a song called "The Girl Who Wore Acrylic Nails" about that. What purple hair does with the septum ring back in the states? Yes, I like to hear that song. It's probably a pretty good one. Is it a rock song or is it a ballad? You already said anthem. My dating in the Philippines was simple. I visited online with my wife for 18 months. Then I visited for 5 or 6 weeks. Exactly right. Yeah, I see that, Tom. Thank you so much. I did miss a lot of. I did miss a lot of. I skipped a lot of them. Now I think I'm all caught up now. Sorry about that, guys. This thing messes up sometimes when you're using StreamYard and with YouTube Mix. I had 32 years of hard duty with my first wife, then 16 years of joy and happiness with my Filipino wife. There you go. Finger red number one. From Mark, I appreciate your work, Brett, and I enjoy your live talks. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, my friend. I appreciate it. Again, I love these talks. I mean, I have a good time. It's not work like my family says it is. This is not work for me, guys. I've told them in the past, this is fun for me. What an amazing hobby. It's like playing golf. I'm out here shooting the shit with you guys, having a good time. Very Mark, every Tuesday at 10 a.m., there's an expat meetup at Ayala Mall in Business Park. Exactly right. What great meet! A thing has grown so fast. Yes, you can use a water pick. I've got one. Actually, I bought mine on Lazada. So again, a great water pick. I bought it on Lazada, very, very cheap. It does a great job. Again, I don't swallow the water. I will use the water from the tap, but I do not swallow the water. Make sure you don't swallow in the water. I have mostly lived in IT parks, so I can't answer that question. There are girls everywhere here in the Philippines. You're never going to have a low amount of Filipinas to pick from or choose from here in the Philippines. So again, no matter where you're at. How long have you lived in the Philippines? Right at 2 years. 2 years here in this beautiful country. Love every minute of it. Giving some thanks out to Hurley. Yes. I got a new member. Thanks for signing up, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Makes me feel like I'm doing a good job. So I truly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I said someone said they want to get that mall to renew. Said it took 2 hours to renew, always packed. Again, Lapu Lapu, this place you want to go. Always go to Lapu Lapu. At BOS Coffee Shop on the fourth floor, you are welcome. Come on. Again, I don't drink coffee, guys, but again, I will go to a coffee shop just to hang out with friends, though, if that's what I got to do. Hey, Britt, not to be negative, just saw some haters on another vlog. I wish these people would get a life. These people just don't like you improving your life at all. Sent you an email. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it works. I usually don't even answer to the haters and the bashers and the trolls. I usually don't answer them, but he had some facts missed, some facts that were not facts. Um, again, just complete fictitious what he was saying. So I had to go in there and actually correct him by giving actual facts. So again, I usually don't even answer those. If you guys have seen me in the past, if I get a troll or a basher, I usually just go in there and say thanks for tuning in. But for him, I wanted to give a little extra. You can actually see, you can see when someone has, you know, even from comments, you can read into hatred. You can read into someone who may have some emotional problems, and you know, I read into that. And again, I told him, hey, you might want to get a therapist to work on that. So again, power to him. Keep going, but again, you might want to go see a therapist. Did you get a ticket both times and you were pulled over, Britt? The one time for the helmet, the other time, no. Again, the helmet was my fault. I was so excited about. I was leaving a store with my friend George, and we were excited about where we're going to go eat. I just forgot to put it on, and I was riding like, oh my god, I forgot. And I got pulled over. I just forgot to put it on because I was so excited. There are numerous call centers in both IT Park and Business Park. Exactly right. Many women who speak good English in both bubbles. Yes. You're not going to have any issue, guys, with dating. Forget about the dating part because you're not going to have any issues with dating. What you should be worried about is where to live, um, budget, things like that. You actually give great information and enjoy the vlogs live. S from Southeast Texas, go big or go home. Exactly right. Thank you so much for the input. I appreciate that. I love positive feedback. Thank you so much. Any good one bedroom condos around Ayala Mall for roughly 350? I had to look that up. Uh, which mall? Ayala Mall. 350 times 58.5. Ew. It's going to be tough to find a good one. Yeah, I don't usually show places in IT Park or Business Park that don't have pools and gyms. You can find rooms for that, yes, but I mean, I'm not sure about condominium. You're going a little short, 20,000. You're not going to. You're going to be getting a studio at the most you'll be getting is a studio if you can even find that. Definitely not the places I've actually shown. Um, for 5,000 pesos more, you get a place at Stay City for 5,000 pesos more. You're talking about what's just so I can get the math here. 25,000 pesos times 58.5. 25,000 pesos divided by 58.5. $427. You couldn't find that back in the States for $1,600. So about a quarter of the price, at least a third of the price. Is dating an IT park better than I haven't tried to date here in Lapu-Lapu, but there is no bad areas, guys. I'm trying to get this over to you guys. There are no bad areas to date here in the Philippines. I can't wait to move to the Philippines 2 more years. Don't put it off. Do it as soon as possible. Are there any condos in the area that allow pets? That's a stickler sometimes. There are, I forgot the name of it, something Grand in IT Park. They actually offer places with pets. The entire building is pet friendly, but they are very frugal here when it comes to that. I mean, you can't even have a service animal here at Tomboli and or 38 Park. So again, letting you guys know that there are rules and regulations to even service animals. Just want to stop by to say LeBron is the GOAT. LOL. I'm just playing. Love these lives. Thank you so much. And LeBron by far is not the GOAT. There's a lot of guys that are in front of him for the GOAT conversation. I can't even stand hearing the conversation. You have by far the best basketball player ever, Michael Jordan. Then you have Kobe Bryant. You have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You have Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain. You have Shaq. I put all those guys in front of LeBron. Are the rentals 6 months or typically 12 months? You can find both 6 months and or 12 months. I'll probably stay in a hotel or Airbnb for a short time to get my wheels on the ground and start looking for a base. Cebu was my first choice. You're going to love here in Cebu. Great choice. Could be a great fit for you. I emailed and Facebook messaged you information about your relationship. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. In the condo that you're in now, yes, they offer month to month here as well here in Tomboli. Do you like Angeles City? Never been there. I can't tell you. I've never been to Angeles City. Britt, unfortunately, there are people out there who just want to eat. Unfortunately, there are people out there who just want to watch the world burn. Those are haters. I understand. Again, I saw it in his language as far as just content. His comment, I could see there's hate there. Something was going on. But again, I wrote him, and I told him he might want to get a therapist to look out for himself. Again, look out for yourself at all times. Can you buy little cases of water bottles there with like 30, 40 packs? There's lots of water packs here. Again, no issues whatsoever. Again, I want to thank you guys so much. I have to call today. I have an emergency going on here. This happened to roll up on me. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are the greatest. To all my champions, thank you guys so much. And until next time, guys, I love the Philippines.